Okay. Whoa! Hey everyone, welcome to Atmoseeker Live After Dark America Time special. Hell, well, welcome. Good to see you. Good energy coming in. It's actually not time for me as we kind of switch. You can see some of the daylight streaming in through the back door. I've got the doors open for a reason. I've got some like cross air cross breeze here for a little bit of ventilation because I'm probably going to pull out the airbrush a bit out tonight. It's not tonight for me. Tonight for you though. It's very, very special welcome. You're looking great. Take it easy. Kick up your feet. Had a long day. It's here to kind of chill out with old Severino here, old Braino. He's not talking yet, but one day we'll get to him. See, we already have some folks in the chat. Welcome everybody. We got Jasper, Mike G, what was that? Beck, Audiobook Junkies, all here, ready to go. Hair is wild. It's crazy. It's the second stream of the week. Usually we do these on Monday nights for me, but yeah, every now and then since I lost my job, so I'm in here on Thursday mornings here until a new opportunity comes around. But sometimes it's good to try some things out. We'll get back on the horse, but in the meantime we got a big old Tiamat to paint. Let's see if we can go over from the computer to what we've been working on. So this is kind of what we were working on. Monday night, we've got Tiamat. She's just lazing, just chilling out there in the smoke. But yeah, we did just an initial pass on Monday night with just some of this maroon style paint. We got like a little bit of a bulk job, so not a great deal. But I think today we're going to start adding a little bit more variation. I've still got to work out how to tackle the head situation here. I reckon I'm probably just going to be like masking off stuff or something to kind of, I don't know. I've never painted something on this scale before, so it's all new territory for me. But personally, like getting the paint on at the start was intimidating because I didn't know where to go. But I think it was kind of like looking at some reference, working out where to start off. It's always a good go. I thought Wizards of the Coast would have more reference for their flagship dragon here. I probably got to like look up some like old art from what was that artist? He does like all the really classic stuff from Dungeons and Dragons. It'll come back to me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get stuck into it because this dragon ain't gonna paint itself. Hope you're all doing well. I'm finishing off a video this week. Fingers crossed. It's finally some stuff to do with more of the old Trench Crusade stuff. So it'll be a little how-to on how to make some of those trenches that we use in that video. I know it's been kind of a while before we got like that video, but I don't know. It's been hard to kind of get in here, get the videos going, do all the edits and stuff. But now I got a little spare time on my hands, and come in here, do a little something special. We can do a little live stream. We can edit. We can work on the videos. We talk to you fine folk. I've got a Shadow Dark game on Sunday. We've been just running a little bit of a Shadow Dark campaign for the Diablerie one. It's one of the zines that come. That's the first zines that you get for Shadow Dark, and so that's all like devils, demons, and stuff in this like spooky, haunted, shadowy forest. And they're at this tower now, so I've got to ready up an encounter there, which has gotten pretty spooky. They were camping in the middle of the night, and there was just things like banging on the windows and stuff, and like nothing comes in, but it's all just like the dread building in the air. I'm gonna try and work this into some kind of like brown something. I had some saved yellow here. I'm trying to be a little bit thrifty with a bunch of the stuff I've got here because if you were in the last stream, I've running low on paints and stuff, so I'm trying to like make with whatever I've got here. I'll probably have to restock at some point, but no, it's going fine. It's going fine, going well. I got to work out what, because I'm going to go with like the leathery kind of wing kind of thing. I'm trying to think like what's going to be the approach here. Because we did this like initial kind of like red, maroon kind of pass, and now I want to kind of fill out some of these more like leathery kind of sections, you know, between the wings and stuff. So that's going to just be kind of like we've got the under thing, and then I'm going to go maybe like a brown kind of, yeah, maybe like a medium brown. I'm probably not going to use all of this actually. I should dip this into another little cup. There's a lot there. But last time we had a lot of this one. It's the old Tiamat red mixed up, and that disappeared fast because we had a little accident in the studio. Cleaned it all up though. You know, a little bit of alcohol in here. Not well. I wish I had the other type, but it was just like the isopropyl here. Kind of cleaned up actually did too good of a job because I haven't seen these grid lines for a long time, and now I've got a clean spot. So that's yeah. Maybe I gotta do a better job of cleaning that. But I kind of like having the mess there. It's kind of it's arty. It's, you know, I'm working it out. I just need a little container, I think, to mix something. I mean, you can mix stuff in the cup, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's frowned upon to mix it in the cup. See if I can find something. I've got lots of old little cups. Let's see. Yeah, so I got a Shadow Dark campaign on Sunday. And I'm just noticing like the more, like we've been running them like every fortnight. Is that a brown? Oh, that is already kind of a brown. Could have saved that. Could have used some of that. I can do a little bit of mad science here. Ugh. But yeah, I've been running it semi kind of, you know, frequently, I guess, which is different for me because usually I'll run something and then it'll be months before the next game. Like it'll be like there'll be lots of prep, there'll be lots of like just trying to schedule and stuff. But this group's been pretty good. We've been pretty consistent about getting together every. That actually worked out pretty well. I might save some of this brown, get it back in there. Yeah, they've been pretty good at scheduling and stuff because that's really the meta game, really, with all the Dungeons and Dragons and Shadow Dark, whatever. Anytime you've got like live people that have to get together in the same spot and they're all adults, it's hard. But, actually, this is turning out well. I'm gonna save some of this brown. So it looks like I had some brown. Oh, it's getting messy. Brown made up from like last time. I don't want to go too light because I want to kind of build up. I think it's just a little bit of mad science here. But yeah, it's been going all right. So I think we ran a gauntlet, which was the there was a DM on YouTube that I stole it from, and I mushed it into the Diablerie setting. So I kind of just took one of the locations and said like, all right, this is that dungeon. And so we did the gauntlet, which was super fun actually. That's a really great way of like character generation. I really enjoyed it because we had quite a few people die because you're like starting as like level 0 characters, and then, but by the end of it, because we had just like a random stack of characters, there was like a couple of guys was like, oh, I got this random like halfling guy who's like a wizard. I don't really want to play this. No, they were pretty good at rolling with it. Audiobook Junkie, thanks so much for the $5. Your channel is very unique, production styles top notch. Looking forward to creating a kit to add lighting, fog, and musical cues to improve immersion. Yeah, that's all. I probably should have said it at the top of the stream. Like, if you're new here, Yeah, this is what a lot of this channel is about. We do a lot of immersion techniques, I guess, for like tabletop gaming. So whether that's like inspiring like terrain and miniatures or lighting effects and immersive sound, that's the kind of stuff I'm super excited about and passionate about. If you want to join a community of folks that are also hugely passionate about that kind of stuff, you can follow the link in the description to the Patreon, which will give you access to the Discord, where we've got some amazing folks who already have their own like gizmos and who are way more talented than I am at like wiring things and stuff. So super cool to be in there. Yeah, and I also just want to do a huge thank you to my supporters on Patreon, without which this channel wouldn't be possible. A special shout out to my Seeker level patrons, Anthony Von Olin, Blake Darley, Chris Andrus, Constructed Chaos, Devante, Dr. Justin L. Hamrick, John A. Johnson, Michael Dykes, Mini Wargaming, and Little Brick. Thank you all for your fantastic support. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing and watching the videos. All right, we gotta. I'm making. I just mix and paint here, making a mess. I think this needs to be way darker. This is gonna. I'm not wearing my good clothes here, so this is good. It's a good step. It's a good step because I learned from last time. Things can get a little out of hand. But yeah, I've been running this Shadow Dark campaign. I think so. We did the Gauntlet, and then we've had a session 1, session 2. I think. Yeah, I think we're approaching. We're either up to our 3rd game or 4th game. And yeah, it's been fun. I think a lot of the folks in that game are very much like, you know, they know what Shadow Dark is. It's like a very deadly kind of game and stuff. And it's, at least when characters die, I like to make it as interesting and meaningful as possible. There was one character that got gobbled up by it was a hexling, I believe. And once it's like this little wispy, smoky, shadowy creature that kind of slinks in, and yeah, I think you take like con damage or something. So when they got reduced to like death, they turned into this like wispy creatures. And now I've had that same little wispy creature kind of like creep up every now and then. I quite like the like haunted settings, I think. But I got, yes, which leads me to kind of like, I want to bring some of that stuff back to the YouTube channel, because I know it's been a long time since we've had a bunch of the like live plays and stuff, and I've got a plan. I'm finishing this video first. I did a whole bunch of like B-roll type stuff, and I got an idea of how to make like almost like a stage kind of section here in the studio. So like kind of right here where we've got a bunch of this crap, I'm gonna kind of strip a bunch of that out, and we're gonna have a screen come down, like a projection kind of screen. So then I can have almost like a staging area. I'm gonna re-rig some of these lights as well, so we can have some DMX style stuff, and I think that'll feed into some like extra content for the show. We'll have different settings and locations, and we can like just play around with that in the background. That could be like live streams and like video content, but also like some fun stuff to play with for some like interactive live streams where we'll do some like fun little adventure type stuff. Yeah, ages ago we did like the Atmoseeker live stream, which was really fun. That was with a whole bunch of folks being interactive in the chat and telling where the heroes to go, and that was a lot of fun. Dark Kamui, good to see you. Yeah, bus ride to work. Good morning for you. I feel like I always catch you in the morning. Oh, I'm trying to get this brown going. It's too light. That's okay. I think we've got a good brown going now. Oh my god. Stuff is going everywhere. Getting all over my gear. That's it. Something's gonna happen if I push this button. Nothing. There we go. Go. I think we got a good color here. It's like a browny, leathery brown. I'm going to use that for some of the underbelly, some of the wings. I think. Well, that's the plan anyway. So let's load up. Let's get spraying here. I think we've got the airbrush ready to go. And that's maybe I should do a little test or something. A test or something would be good. I stocked up on this. Brand new. Of anything from the shopping list. Just a whole bunch of paper towel. Just can never be without that stuff. Let's see. Get some color on this guy. This is like a super messy. I have learnt my lesson though from last time. I'm going to put the lid on this thing. You see, you live and learn. You get every experience, you get a little bit better. There we go. So I'm going to put it all the way over there. I think that's what we're going to do. All right. Let's see what kind of brown we got. As the saying goes, time to go to Brown Town. That is brown. Yeah. All right. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's not too light. Maybe I'll try on the wings first. The old girl over there. There we go. Oh. I'm going to start down here. What is going on here? We lost the camera. Yeah. Let's see if I can jiggle it loose. I lost that main one. That one's been super temperamental. It's the old one. It's the old girl. Okay. I think it's back. Let's see. Yeah. So that's what that blackout was last time. Alright. I'm not sure about this brown. I feel like I could go a bit darker. Oh. No, you know what? Actually, I'm feeling it. Maybe if I just gently go on. Yeah, I think that's looking all right. Guess I just wanted to be able to kind of build up if I needed to. Ooh, what is going on with my air compressor? You guys hear that? It's real low. Gotta give it a kick. Maybe I'm losing power. There we go. Gotta reboot it. Gotta give it a bit of a kick in the bum. Your camera angles switching automatically? They sure are. I've got a little timer that like switches them by. I think there's like a plugin. for like OBS that switches them around. It's handy if you're a one-man streaming band. Ooh, can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. I think that's better. Alright, yeah, I was just trying to work out what's the best camera angle here so you guys can see what's going on. I'm trying to go light onto this. Maybe don't go too close. Yeah, maybe I was a little close there. A little bit of overspray. I wonder if there's a way to do this with like brushes and stuff. Probably. You do get some really nice like soft gradients when you're using the airbrush though. It would probably be like one of those like feathery brushes, like for you know, like the makeup brushes stuff. Probably a lot of like. Let's check out what's getting a clog. So early for a clog. I think I need some darker shade on the ridges and tears for a gradient. Darker shade on the ridges. Oh, okay. No, I see what you mean. Yeah, we could shade it a bit. It's probably coming through a little lighter on the camera than it is here. Oh, Spotlight has some clearance. Hang on. Oh, I see. Okay, I think you need some dark shade ridges. Spotlight has some on clearance. Spotlight. Oh, keep forgetting you're on Australia. Yeah, Spotlight's like a craft store here. I guess you could... Would Michael's or something be the equivalent? I think so. I don't exactly... I'm not sure if that's like a... It's like a Nana craft store. I'm liking how leathery this is starting to look, though. Yeah, real leathery. 10 to 20. That's expensive for a brush. Ugh. I know it's probably worth it though. I'm notorious for like cheaping out on like materials and stuff. Like I get like the cheapest possible brushes. Like 20 pack of these brushes. Sounds great. Great. Oh, you use them one time and they're awful. Oh no. Yeah, probably should. Although, you know, I have a couple of my good brushes that the kids are not allowed to use, and those hold up really well. So it's probably worth the investment, huh? I don't know if the music's coming through. It's really quiet for me. But yeah, as I was saying about the Shadow Dark game, so now they're in the there's a tower by the lake in that zine. So I am like what I like about the Shadow Dark stuff, like all the materials and stuff. It just gives you enough information that it's not overwhelming and kind of gives you that, oh, I can flesh this out, you know. So I quite like that style of material because usually, because I've got a whole bunch of like stuff from Wizards of the Coast, you know, all of their modules. Like I think I got like a big, beautiful Rime of the Frost Maiden book over there. It's so big and there's so much stuff in there, and like it can be really overwhelming. And it's just been, honestly, it's been just like super fun and easy to prep the Shadow Dark stuff. Especially now that we've run a few sessions, like I got the vibe down of like what's in the setting, where what people are, what the NPCs are, what these characters are. So each session kind of gets a bit easier to prep. And I used to be notorious for a lot of over prepping. I would just whole like maps and plot lines and stuff that would never get explored, and like I, those things like over prepping is like it puts it all in your brain, especially if it's like more of a homebrew type setting. But it's good. It's good and it's bad because it kind of fills your brain with a whole bunch of stuff for the world. That's super good for like having it fleshed out, and you kind of have that understanding of how the world works, where characters' motivations are, what kind of things might happen. But then it's just like you don't need all you really don't need all that for a session. It's like like session to session, it's just, oh, what do we need to do? Where do we need to go? This way. Who are we going to talk to? This guy. So I kind of have now more of a hybrid where I'll prep some stuff for the world just enough so that I have kind of an understanding, but I'll lean a little heavier on like probably more what's it called, making stuff up, kind of improvising quite a bit more, because I think that's kind of more my strength as a DM, is to be able to improvise some things. And I think, normally some DMs have strengths and weaknesses, like it changes kind of what you kind of stuff you prep. Like, yeah, I might be good at improvising stuff, but rules lawyering, like a whole bunch of like mechanics and stuff, or like stat blocks and things. It's like that's the kind of stuff I need to have behind the screen, ready to go. Otherwise, I just get lost with that kind of stuff. Always over prep when I'm DM out of fear. But then when we play, I won't have enough ready to go. Yeah, it's kind of. I've actually kind of, I've got a secret now. I leave things until the last minute, night before. Just heck, even last game, it was on the day, and I had like the afternoon to prep the session. And honestly, it kind of like helped me focus on like what was the most important stuff to prep. It gave me a deadline and stuff. And look, and I'm just that kind of guy where I'll have a assignment in high school and I'll leave it to the last minute. I was bad with my homework that way. But yeah, last minute prep kind of has like I'll probably just prep stuff the night before. Like, I say that, but it's also like I'm got it kind of kicking around in my brain in the weeks leading up. Like you've got whatever was in the last session, like that might help inform some decisions. So it's not completely like leaving everything to the last minute, but it's kind of helped me. It's weirdly kind of helped me kind of keep things kind of concise when preparing some stuff. And I think like a lot of the theatrics, like the lighting, sounds and stuff, that is just something I just constantly work on in the background, so that I'll never really kind of specifically prep something for a session unless it's some kind of like special encounter. But usually it's just kind of almost like an armory of atmospherics that I'll just be continually kind of chipping away on. Unused maps, next homebrew world campaign, or same world, new campaign. But unused maps. Yeah. Like I'll always use maps or something. Like I'll if I don't use something in a session, I'll save it for the next time. Like I've got a whole. I ran something. It was like a Sea Devil's Curse kind of thing, and I had 3D printed and painted a whole bunch of Sahuagin. And they never happened in the game, but now I've got a whole army of these guys ready to go for my next Sea Devil adventure. I actually think I did use them. I used them on the show, I think for a live play kind of thing. At least I think I did. At least I hope I did. They're pretty nice prints and paints. I should have. If I didn't, what's wrong with me? But it's sometimes you're kind of able to kind of salvage stuff from the past and bring it in. Sly Flourish tips of a lazy dungeon master change one. That guy is awesome. Sly Flourish has some great stuff. I love his like prep sheet. I used to use his prep sheet quite a bit. I remember this one video where someone built their homebrew world Tolkien style. Like they started from a seed idea, built a world map with places to explore, various countries and seas. Wow, that's huge. Hidden regional notes on a map. Yeah, that's a lot of prep. Grok has been... Oh, so Grok is that, like, AI. That's right. Grok has been absolutely fantastic in prepping my last 2 sessions. So, with the Grok thing, do you just kind of go, like, alright, give me some dot points for some session notes, include character descriptions, we've got an encounter with some random encounters, and go. Or, like, do you have to be a bit more detailed on that kind of stuff? They might use the old turntable here. I'm getting a little tired of this wing, so I might switch over to dragon style in a sec. Writes out entire framework of the session. Word for word, descriptions, locations, NPCs, recommended voices. Automatically adds in DCs and everything. Love it. No, that's great. Like, yeah, I think that's one of the positive things about AI things. Like, I'm mixed on AI, especially now. But I think there's some good things it can do. I think there's some things I wish it was... I've seen some stuff about like animation and stuff. It's like, oh, that's what I do. Don't take my fun stuff away from me. You know what it can't do? It can't paint miniatures. Honestly, I wish I wish it could sometimes. I got an army of these orcs. Who's gonna paint them? Me? I think we're almost got a good pass on this wing. Just gonna come back in here. All right. Yeah, see that guy's just leathery. He's leathery as hell. Let the over prepper play, but also just lets the party explore at their own pace. Yeah. Precisely. After each round of content, you can ask for tweaks if it doesn't fit your playstyle. I can put one of them in the Discord. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah, I always love to see that kind of stuff. Usually my notes for a session are pretty light. I like to fit whatever I can on just like a single A4, less if I can. I'll just have like the main like this is where they can go, locations, key points of interest, and maybe a couple of like NPCs they might bump into, and just like what the character's goals should be. I think that's something I like to kind of keep reinforcing. Like, why are they doing what they're doing? What are their motivations for doing this kind of stuff? I think some of that stuff kind of happens naturally as you're kind of like playing. You might get some like more insight into like the backstory of the character, because a lot of these Shadow Dark characters are more like randomly generated. It's been some like nice things where it kind of this kind of backstory is kind of evolving as we've had these like random NPCs and stuff they've been kind of talking to. It's like, oh, this is their mother, and like turns out like they went down a different line of like magic to this person. So yeah, it's interesting where that kind of stuff can kind of happen through just improvising at the table. All right, I'm gonna go on the underbelly here, I think. All right, let's see. I want to go real light here. Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm thinking in the back of the head, if am I gonna be something wrong with that camera? I'm gonna switch it back to it. It's been super glitchy today. I've been using ChatGPT. If you create a project, that's interesting. So it can organize stuff too. Yeah, I'm notoriously bad at organizing all my notes and stuff. Like, although I've got a pretty good memory when it comes to like remembering stuff from like the previous session, I haven't had too much trouble of like, where were they, what were they doing, who had they talked to. Although I did forget an NPC's name. We worked it out. Like I came up with another name for him at the session, and I was like, wasn't this guy's name Gorik? And I was like, oh yeah. I think that's kind of funny though. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good camera view for you guys too. You can zoom out a bit. Yeah. Whoa. Something must be wrong with my capture cards. It's all a little flaky. Maybe it's when it's like flicking over. I'm starting to clog up a bit. There we go. Oh. She's a heavy girl. Don't tell her that. She's sensitive. Oh. Well, it is looking good with that gradient though. A little bit. Maybe I should have gone the whole thing completely red and build up from there. Because that looks pretty good. Where it goes from one color to the other, as gradients do. Yeah, I gotta be just careful touching it. Something I've noticed with like using inks is that they don't tack on too great. So like, I'll notice I'll have to varnish between layers, which isn't the worst. It's not the end of the world here, but it's just a bummer if you're like, I spend so much like care and gentleness getting all the nice colors, and it rubs off. Oh. Mike G starting to get into Trench Crusades now, and was wondering if you have any new videos coming up for that. I do have a video coming up. That's something I'm working on at the moment. Is for some of those new trenches. Yeah, I can give you a little sneak peek actually. So it's so these guys. So I'll show how to make some of these modular trench pieces. So these will be easy. They're like I made these two pieces in like an afternoon, so they were pretty easy to make, and they look look realistic, and they're super durable as well. So yeah, that's a new video coming out. Oh, I'd love to say this week, but yeah, most likely next week. But these are gonna double up as some like mines from Dungeons and Dragons as well. I reckon. I like that you can kind of stack them as well. They look cool. Because yeah, I noticed a lot of folks who do like the trenches for Trench Crusade usually go with a lot of like, what do you call it? Like the metal stuff, the sheet work and stuff. These ones I went like more of a wood kind of thing because I wanted to have them a bit more flexible for different types of settings. So I filmed a whole bunch of B-roll this week. So hopefully, like I got to do the whole setup here for this immersion space that we're going to be working on. So I'm going to shoot a bunch of extra B-roll for that footage, for that video in that setup. I might get actually there's a bit at the start where I'll need my kids to say a couple of lines, so they'll be in the debut in there. But yeah, we're gonna have a new video soon, which will be good. Yeah, because there's been a lot of interest. Like I didn't want to make a trench video, but then there was a lot of interest from like a lot of the comments like, how do you make those trenches and stuff like that. All right, let's show how they come together. Because yeah, they were super easy to make, and I like how like just like super flexible and strong they are, water resistant and everything. I can just throw them around. But yes, this is the Loot Studios Tiamat here. I think I basically like subscribed for the month it was on, and then unsubscribed. I'm not sure if it's still kind of like on there. Store and stuff, but yeah, I was super pumped to get a Tiamat going, because I had always looked at like there was one from like was it like Bones or something? They had the Maldrakar or something. She looked pretty good. She was pretty tall and big. I think she was like super tall. So a little taller than this one. And this one isn't printed at 75mm. It's probably like a little bit smaller than the 75mm, just because of what I could fit on my Frozen Mini 4K printer. So I got a little resin printer that I use mostly for miniatures. So this was pretty good. And the wings are all FDM printed, which kind of worked out pretty well. So we might, yeah. I'm trying to think. We'll do a little walkthrough of like when I do the new, what do you call it? Immersion tank or something. The immersion stage, I guess. Yeah, we'll do a little walkthrough. Maybe when I have that set up. Maybe that might be next live stream. Fingers crossed. It will be. I think so. I'll get that all set up. I'm going to try and get that done and ready for next live stream, which would be good. I think washes are going to be really good on this guy. I think I want to go in with like a darker red or something and just hit some like shadowy parts of this. I'm just using this to kind of get a little bit of variation on this red, just so it's not all the same. I have to be consistent, I guess. But yeah, the kids have been very, very encouraging with this. Yeah, I don't want to go too overboard with this, so I think that's looking good. It's kind of like dusted up undercarriage a bit. I'll have to do a little varnish between jobs, I reckon. The new Cirque du Seb stage. That's right. That's right. Absolutely correct. Oh, here we go. The varnish. This has actually worked out all right. Like, the air quality in here has been pretty good because I've got that door open and the garage open. I'm probably just annoying my wife because she's working from home. You can hear me yammering on. Alright, give her a little spray there. Not my wife. I wish, though. Ugh. Okay. That one hasn't been working. I don't know. That little function. Oh. Jesus. I think she heard me. Right. So I got the other wing to do. We'll do that. Hopefully this thing's not clogging. Might have to run some water through it. Oh, it's going okay. Still going alright. We'll move that there. That there. That there. That there. It's getting a little chaotic here. That's, yeah, still going well. Whoa! Alright, underside or overside? Underside or overside? That's fine. Yeah, we'll go underside. Underside first. Now we're little bit more practiced. Let's be faster, maybe. I got also got to just keep in the back of my mind, like, we're probably going to use a lot of washes and stuff. Maybe not too much, but... So, yeah, I definitely want to... I don't know. If I am going to use some washes, we're going to have to go a bit brighter on some of these colors and stuff. Because that wash is just going to, like, blend everything down. I do like a wash, because usually, like, whatever, like, colors and stuff, like, I've picked, usually kind of, I don't know, they become a bit more cohesive after a wash. I guess it kind of brings all those, like, hues together. I'm not doing my own advice, where you get the air flowing, and then when you're over your model, then you can start hammering back the paint. So yeah, if you don't want spatters and stuff. Spatters. Oh. The problem about it being the morning, like I don't usually have like a breakfast unless it's like a weekend. Usually I just have a coffee and get going. Now I'm starving. Kids like Dad's pancakes on the weekends. I could go to Dad's pancakes. Do my own custom batter as well. They're like banana pancakes though, because I use those natural sugars. That was something I discovered when like I thought, oh, I'll do pancakes without bananas. They'll be like regular style pancakes. I'm like, why are they so like flat and like really like they don't cook well and stuff? Because you need that sugar. You need some kind of sugar in there, and that makes that golden brown. So yeah, so I think normally you're meant to use like sugar, but I use bananas. The kids like them. It's pretty simple recipe. Get that turntable back. I'm learning this from last time, how I was holding it. My hand was all cramping up. Wow, that camera's really flipping out on me today. Yeah, I think naturally I was going to go like a darker something for like some shading. I don't know. Maybe I need like a rich red or something just to pick up those highlights. That might be my dry brush or something. I'm trying to work this out. I haven't done this before, guys. I guess airbrushing wise, we've been going kind of like dark to light. So maybe I'll get more of a tan going on that, like just a little bit on those interior wings, maybe. Yeah, because we've got shadow, like our dark tones right now. I probably wouldn't go any darker than this, because if we're going to do like washes and stuff. Alright, I'll have to give these a varnish before I go to the next step to something I'm learning. Gotta do a little varnish between layers with these inks. Stay on there. Stay on there, you bastard. There we go. Alright. We got a wings going. That one was a lot faster than the other one. Maybe I was talking too much. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna compare them. See if we've got a similar kind of tone to them. Perfect. Ah, looks like it's medicine. Like your face. Yeah, that's great. All right, I'm gonna give those a little spray. Where did it go? Where'd it go? There we go. All right, one. Got it. Sirenscape. I've got mixed feelings about Sirenscape. Got mixed feelings. I honestly, like, usually, like, you would think that would be the go-to for me. You know, it's got a big library of stuff. It's tied into like specific adventure modules. It's, you know, it's on mobile platforms. It's on the computer. It's on, you know, it's on everything. But I don't like the interface. I don't like the interface at all. I don't know if it's changed recently or not, because they had like the online Sirenscape, and then they had the kind of like one that you install, and I always hated that they were kind of like separate as well. So yeah, just I don't know. I wanted to like it, and I tried it for a long time. And they got some great like music and samples on there. Probably, yeah, like they got some really good sound effects and stuff. So if you want to use it, all good. I'm not sure if they had keyboard shortcuts and stuff. I think that is something I like to have, because then I can use some of like the Stream Deck type stuff. So it's like, yeah, they got a good library of stuff. I just did not like the interface at all, personally. That's just a personal thing. Some people might think it's all right, but yeah, I've used Pocket Bard quite a bit, and that's been all right. It's a little simpler of an interface. But yeah, I think also the thing I didn't like in Sirenscape was just like, why have I got sliders for everything? Everything's got like an audio slider, level slider, like every individual like sound effects, and I think that's fine if it was like a particular type of like editor mode where like, all right, I'm setting up these samples and stuff, but it's just it clutters up the interface so much. Yeah, so and I there was something about I think it was there's the Stream Deck Plus that I use quite a bit sometimes for games and stuff where you can have different audio channels, and so that's something I'm finding I like constantly tweaking during a game. It's just like, this music's too loud, these sound effects are too quiet, I can turn those up and stuff. And even the amount of, I think if it just had like those major audio channels for like upping the music, lowering the music and stuff, that is all you need. Like for all the like individual samples, I feel like it's overkill. And it just fills up so much of the interface and it just gets overwhelming. So that's why I don't, that's probably why I don't use it so much. RPG soundscapes and voice mod. Voice mod had a few ambiences and music and stuff too. I think they had like I think there's like a template or something which you can get. It's like a D&D template. What's that stringy? Gross stringy in there. Ooh. RPG soundscapes. Is that something I used to use a long time ago? I don't think you can even download it now. It was called Soft Rope, and that was a great little program. It was kind of like a soundboard program for like D&D. And you probably could find like an archive to download it or something. And the great thing it had was that you could set up little scenes on like the buttons. So like, I'm going to have this sound effect looping at like this intervals, and I'm going to have this music in here. And you can make it as complicated or as simple as you want for just like, I've got the cave scene, push it. It does all that. And you can have multiple sounds playing at the same time, etc. But the thing I really liked was that they had like this reverb modulator kind of thing. So it was basically you could have the same sound effect, but it puts like a big old reverb over the whole thing. Like you could tweak how much reverb it was. So if you were like in a cave, the same like rock falling sound effect, you could put like a big echo over it. And yeah, that was really cool. I have to see if I can dig it up again. And that was just on Windows. That was just on PC. Alright, I'm gonna try. I just kind of lightened up this brown that I had here. Really trying to recycle all the pre-made paints I have. No, it's good to like make use of the ones you have. So I'll have to dump this stuff out though. All right, yeah, I can see how much darker that one is. It's probably a good opportunity to give this thing a little bit of a clean. RPG Soundscapes is also compatible with Philips Hue lighting, so it's super easy way to incorporate dynamic lighting. Also use DMX. Oh, okay, so RPG Soundscapes. I'm gonna have to check that out. I thought there's other ones. I know there's one by Cast and Play called RPG Sounds, so I thought it was that one. RPG Soundscapes. I have to find that. I'm gonna have to search. It's giving me a whole bunch of vague ones. But yeah, I'll check that out. Tabletop audio is good too. Like that's a classic that's been around for a long time. It's all like online players and stuff, web based. So you can play it off everything. You can play it off your phone. You can play it off your PC, Mac, and you can make your own little soundboards and stuff. It's got a little broadcasting thing in there if you've got like online players, so they can tune in. And they got lots of pre-made like sound suites, I guess, that are like music and ambience in them. So yeah, I'm a big fan of. They got some good samples on tabletop audio. There used to be one that was it was something Battle Bard or something. They used to be around, but I recently went to their website. It looks like they've shut down. So sad to see when one shuts down. But oh, I had some stuff I purchased with them. I wonder if I could still get at that stuff. The Philips Hue compatible stuff is really interesting. I may pique my interest with that, Rick. Welcome. I'm trying to kind of clean this out here. So we're almost ready to go again. Where's the lid gone? Here we go. Perfection. I should just use the cleaning pot. I quite like the Philips Hue stuff. That's good. Like if I was gonna like pick any kind of like smart bulb kind of thing for if you have it's fairly high budget, because I know a lot of the bulbs and stuff are pretty pricey, but it has Stream Deck integration, which is really nice, and it's all like super responsive. Like I was doing a whole bunch of stuff with like smart plugs, and I had like third-party stuff from like other like what was it, like a Meros style plug and everything, and that had to be kind of like lined through like IFTT, which is like a third-party website for like smart webhook kind of things, which is just, you know, if it's the Philips Hue plugs though, man, like there was like a big delay on like other smart plugs. Kind of like, I want this thing to trigger right now. I think it would be like almost like, I would say for like regular smart plugs and stuff, it was probably like 3 to 7 seconds, depending on, I don't know, the internet void, how fast it wants to flow. But yeah, with like the Philips plugs, the Hue plugs, especially because it's all tied into like the bridge system. I've got it over there. That's why I'm pointing over there. Because it's all tied into the bridge, it's instantaneous, which was really nice. So like a little bit pricier, but like it's got some good convenience to it. At least that's what I've found. All right, let's see how we're going here. It's a little lighter. I'm gonna just try and pick up just a little bit on the interiors of these wings a bit, I reckon. Let's zoom in on that. Yeah, I don't want to go too much yet. Yeah, that's it. It's like a little bit of dusty leather. I'm just trying to be a little bit in the middle here. I think I was a little scared on the other one. There we go, a little bit more. There we go, that's better. Yeah, starting to get some real shade in there now. It was a bit dark before. I guess that's kind of how it is, right? Like you're building it up. All right. That looks leathery. You just keep doing this as you as you're planning. Oh, yeah, no, it's great, and it doubles as a hat. You can wear it like this. It's perfect. I like it. Well, there's a little bit of webbing here. Missed. Okay, that I'm just gonna put it there. Sleep there. Also, it's only for iOS. Oh, okay. Well, that explains why I couldn't find it. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have a Mac. I'm not in the system. Crazy how it's starting. You start laying on these colors and stuff. It's really starting to become something. I don't know what I'm going to do with these claws. Black obsidian claws. Learning from that, I'm gonna give these a little spray-a-rooney. Oh, that coming off. I don't know if I'll need any of this lighter one for the body. I'll check. I'll give it a check though. Whoa. Wings. Let's have a look. See if this one could use some color. Maybe a little. I don't know. I don't want to go too light on some of this stuff. Maybe a little bit, tiny bit. Maybe on the back spikes and fins. Maybe definitely on these back spikes, maybe a little bit. Tilt it that. Yeah, alright. Alright. I think... Oh, yeah, probably a little bit on these horns, maybe. Probably should be doing stuff like lowering the PSI of, like, the... whatever... I'm probably going to have to touch up these heads in general. Alright, that's pretty good pass. Pretty good pass on this one. Just got to work out what the next stage is of this one. Ooh. I'll have to look at some reference. But, yeah, we're going to piece it together. I want to try something, though, before we... I'm going to bring something out that we haven't had a look at for a while. Which I think could be quite cool for this. Braino, I'm going to need your fog in a sec. Just make a little space. I want to try something. Because I'm thinking for this, if I was gonna do an encounter setup, I want to make a new version of this thing. It's gonna be this guy. So this is a little prototype I made like years ago. I just want to be able to use one of these smaller pipes though, so I've got to cut a little piece of that. Let's see, how much do we need? That. So I'm thinking for this kind of like, I do have like a hole in the base. Oh, I need a bit more, At least this is... flexible, so a little bit more, I reckon. Oh, thanks for, yeah, this is my garage. This is the Gungeon, as it were. culmination of all my failed experiments and, and hobbies that I keep getting distracted from. Oh, this needs to be smaller. Smaller hole. How the hell did I fit this last time? Because I want this to be a good seal. I'm gonna get some thinner EVA. See if we can get this going. I got an idea. Oh, that's all right. All right. How am I gonna cram you in there? The whole thing came off now. No! This is not going to plan here. I just need it to be stable enough to hold the fog in there. Maybe I've got some adapters actually. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna see if I can find some like proper pipes. Oh, it'll work. It'll work. It'll be snug though. Yeah, it's good enough. All right. Yeah. It's it's temperamental. See if we get a hold on this thing. Sorry, Bruno. You're gonna have to borrow your smoke. What do I need that to live? Okay. Ooh, that needs to be bigger. Need some tape or something. I thought that was big enough. This must be one of my smaller pipes. Oh, I lost it. Okay, hopefully that'll work for me. All right, we got some smoke happening. Oh, we got a big leak coming out the back here though. Maybe it's good enough though. It's good enough to get what we need. So this is what I'm thinking of setting up for if I ever do run an encounter for the old girl. I have to work out a better way of getting this together. Oh yeah, you see how that's coming through now? So get that nice smoldery stuff to this. Yeah, this is just an idea. I think there was a video on the channel where I showed a little bit of how this worked. You can kind of see what I'm going for here. We're trying to fit these big old fat wings in there, though. There we go, this one. Let's see how she looks now. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a better shot of this. Definitely need some like uplighting or something. Let's turn this guy off. Let's turn on. I don't have flame mode. Hang on, let's see. Fixtures, virtual console. That's one. Thanks, Audio Junkie. Oh, thank you so much. Good to have you here. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna bring the mood in now. Make it hot. Actually, gonna shut that door. Ooh, yeah, this is looking good. Shut that garage. Seal it in, seal it in. What else can we go do here? Let's turn off all the lights. Turn it all off. We need some uplighting, I reckon. But yeah, see, oh man, that fog come through, nice and heavy now. Just gonna grab one of these. Yeah. Even though you can't really see our paintwork much now. Now we got all these effects going. But yeah. Oh shit. That's looking good. Yeah, just tone this down a bit. Actually, let's bring this down a bit. Yeah, we need more. We need actual lights on here, Seb. Can't be all too dark. Yeah, that's we're on our way. I need more lights on. What? Let's see. Let's just turn on the dungeon again. Very moody that way. Maybe I can just get like a normal. Let's just set this to white. I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit dark, but that's man. It's like you start to see some of those. This is way too dark. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna move this back a bit, and we'll get some good. good light on it, I reckon. Back. Yeah, that's better. Where'd my smoke go? There we go, we're back now. Cooking now. Yes. I'll play around with this idea more, I reckon, but I like the heavy smoke coming out like that. It'd be better if it was in focus though. And if we had some more light going. I gotta turn that one back on, I think. Just make sure I don't poke my hand in the wires. Got it. Oh, it's almost even looking like we got the blue dragon there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work out the lighting for it, but I was just looking at the Atmo for this though. Yeah, we have this. We have some like rocks and stuff. Yeah, let's get like a couple extra rocks. Because I reckon like stuff where you have like just protruding from the fog, that's really good. Yeah, work in progress there, but see where we're going eventually for this kind of thing. Get some of this crap out of the way. Let's go lower. Magnificent. Oh, I love how it's kind of like just going down there. Super heavy. Not bad. Yeah, some of the work on, but we'll keep painting. We'll keep painting. So, yeah, we're gonna keep chipping away at this in the future. But huge thank you to everyone has stopped by the live stream tonight. Yeah, we'll be live again Monday to next week at the usual time. But until then, we'll yeah, I'm gonna try and get that stage up and running before the next one, because that would be cool to have a look at, a little bit of a play with that, a bit more like atmospheric-y, lighting-y style kind of stream. But yeah, until then, take it easy, and I'll catch you around. I'm gonna go get some lunch. All right. Oh, sorry. The last couple of questions. The fog is staying pretty low. Is it chilled? This is coming from the reptile fogger. So it's I'm using the cloth here to decelerate stuff. So it's all being dispersed on this like small area. I want to make like a bigger one of these and maybe a bit more thematic. So yeah, I might try and see if we can make like a tutorial on that kind of thing. That would be cool to do, I reckon. Yeah, because I'd love to make it a bit more compact, something that you could work into like terrain a bit better. I like using the materials here, like the EVA foam and the cloth here, because it does get dank, you know, like watery. But I think if you're using like these kind of materials, they dry pretty quickly. They're not going to get damaged and stuff. And I wonder if we can make like a bit more of a rocky version of this cloth, which would be pretty cool. Although, looking at it, it looks pretty nice and thematic as well. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining the live stream, and I'll catch you next time. Take it easy, and I'll see you later. See you. Goodbye. I'm out of here.